But yeah, it was probably like about a year or two. And I was on a couple of his live streams. He had like 3 live streams. I think I was on like 2 of them.
All right, cool.
Yeah, he's fucking wild when he DJs.
Yeah, he goes crazy.
I like his energy.
Yeah, he has a lot of energy, 100%.
Like from the beginning to the end, nonstop energy. Like he is the set. Like he's the energy.
Yeah.
If I looked up the definition of energy, like best believe Meltdwn's like right there. Up. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, his stage presence is really nice.
Like for sure.
I for sure like my stage presence is like not there.
Okay.
I for sure feel like I'm more shy behind the decks or like in front of a crowd compared to other people. I just see they're just like hella comfortable. You can see when a DJ is comfortable up there, you know.
How long have you just been like DJing?
Like seriously DJing, I would say probably like 2 years.
Okay, I mean that's still
20.
Like that's not too long to be honest. So I think the more you do it, I feel like after like 3-4 years, like of just DJing, bro, it just becomes natural. And then
no, yeah, because I feel like not the only time, but like probably the biggest time where I felt like the most comfortable when I was going back to back with Isaac and Kubas. And it was like a pretty big crowd, and like it was still like I was still nervous as fuck. But when you see like the crowd like fucking like with what you're doing and shit, just turning up, that shit for sure just like gets you loosened up, gets your adrenaline going. Yeah. That's just a sick feeling.
Yeah. Do you have like your own like pair of like CDJs or like?
Nah, I have a mixer. I mean, just like a controller.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's like different though when you get behind a pair of CDJs.
100%, bro. Yeah. Big difference. Yeah. The first time I DJ'd, it was at this like open day type of thing, and I pulled up and I didn't know you had to put your music on Rekordbox.
Oh,
so I made a folder with just a fuck ton of tunes, and I went up there, plugged that shit in, and I saw my music. I was like, I bet. I clicked it, enable, like unread. I was like, fuck. Then someone told me that, like,
or not that, like your cue point, like you don't know how to set the cue points because like you're actually getting the songs from like the folder and the USB. It's not like a data that was like rendered out through like the Rekordbox program. And like I've had a same story like that as well. Like, and a lot of people's gone through that as well. Where fuck it, all right, they got the set ready, they're preparing, but they forget to like render the playlist out to the USB from to Rekordbox and then from there, you go to the venue, you get to your set, and then you look at your files, you try to pull them up, and like unavailable. Yeah, they're not reading it. And I've seen sets like that where, you know, they forget to do that, and yeah, you could tell like the DJ's not comfortable, or like, you know, some shit like they're trying to work that shit out like on the spot. I've had that moment too, so yeah, I can feel you on that.
And it's fucking funny because that day they had put me. This is before I even fucking knew him. They had put me and Bryce Aldwin to do this back to back for the like the DJ thing, the open decks. And when I went up there, I was like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "Oh, bro, like he told me all about it. Like you're supposed to put on Rekordbox, this and that." He was like, "Just use all the music I have on my shit." So shout out to him for that, because then I went back and I put all my shit on Rekordbox. Then at that point, I don't know about the fucking to set your grid marks and all that shit.
Okay.
So then when I started trying to do doubles, everything was off the fucking grid. Fucking disaster.
Oh, I see. Do you DJ quantize? Like quantization? Like on the CDJs?
I don't know. I don't hit quantize on the CDJs.
Oh, okay.
I use sync like if I'm like in like a bad position, I guess, or like my shit, you know, like when in doubt, sync it out. Just hit it one time, hit it, then like unhit it, you know?
Yeah.
Just let it sync real quick, save yourself, then just get back to it. But like I don't think it's a problem if people use sync or people use whatever. If it's there, it's there, you know, like why the fuck would they put it there? People just talk shit just because, I don't know.
I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like a couple years back, a lot of people was frowning on DJs that would use sync, but
that's what I'm saying. Like people like, there's always these people like, I don't know, I guess like, because they just want to be like, oh, like I'm a better DJ or I could actually DJ.
Right.
I actually DJ. It's like, all right, bro, like if it's there, like if I'm in a bad spot, just like I'm gonna hit it.
You could do a lot of cool features with the sync button. Like you could do like, with the sync button on, well, in Tractor, if you have the sync button on, it'll keep, when you move the pitch for one track, it'll move it for both of them and it'll keep it in sync. So you can do like your own BPM transitions and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do a bunch of shit. With CDJs, there's a bunch of shit you can do, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, not only that, it's like, I paid $2,500 for the CDJ. I'm gonna run up the features. Exactly, I'm gonna use every inch of this fucking device, homie.
Exactly.
Hell
like,
no.
It's there, bro.
Right?
Like, I'm gonna use that shit.
You think
button there?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had paid $50 for it, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna just use press play and cue, and I'm good. But now, fam, $2,500 like out my pocket. So best believe I'm gonna try to learn like every feature.
I'm gonna use all the effects. I'm gonna do all that shit. Like, I use all that shit.
So what's your favorite feature of like the CDJs? Like if you had to like choose one feature that's like your favorite.
Dub echo. Just that effect, just dub echo effect.
Okay.
I feel like that shit's just clutch, you know, like in a bad transition, if say you didn't get your transition correct, or if it's just like a bad one, I feel like dub echo could like really save you and just give it that room. Then like say like a slower song is coming in, like just like phase it in. I feel like it's just
you know, it's interesting that we're talking about this because I don't think I've heard a conversation about like DJ's favorite like effect that's on a mixer. Like I've always seen DJs for sure always fuck with the reverb and flanger, and
I don't really use the reverb. I feel like it just uses the echo effect, the actual effect, and the dub echo effect, the one that's just by per channel. The effects wise, that's pretty much it.
All right.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's just a sick ass fucking effect. It's just versatile as fuck.
Yeah, I'm usually using the reverb or what is it? Sometimes I fuck around with the flanger, but yeah, reverb. Like usually, like that's like typically my go-to at first.
The flanger's good for like build-ups.
Yeah. You know that way, like you're anticipating the build-up a bit more. You know,
changes it up a little bit.
Yeah,
change the pitch of it a little bit. That's just sick.
Oh yeah, bro.
The effects in general are just sick.
Euro, bro. Thanks for swinging by, dude.
Yeah, of course.
So it's Tempo Studio, man. How
Thanks
we feeling?
for having me, bro. Finally made it happen.
Yeah.
First time on a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's tight, bro. I'm excited to have you here. Our audience on YouTube and SoundCloud are excited to have you as well. You know, we're gonna dive into like, you know, your journey into like getting into production, DJing, you know, your music releases that you got out and everything. Before we get into that, bro, we'll do a quick segment called Quick Hits.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a timed questionnaire. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Nothing too complex. It'll be easy. But we are gonna time you.
Okay.
So like try not to think too much about it, or just try to keep it simple. That way we could just keep on going to the next questions, and then we'll stop the watch. Once we're done.
For sure.
Sure, brother. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome, bro. Here we go. Here comes the first question. What's your social media handle?
Euro_wave, WAV, for everything pretty much.
Favorite DJ software?
At the moment, Maelstrom. Oh, DJ? I'm thinking about production. Software. What do you mean by software?
Like do you DJ like Rekordbox,
Serato? That should blank on me.
All right, cool.
Right now I'm on Rekordbox.
Rekordbox, all right, cool.
I'm more comfortable with Serato though.
All right, cool. Yeah, I fuck with Serato as well. Age you started at?
Producing, I would say like 16, DJing like 19.
All right. Favorite subgenre of dance music?
Favorite that I enjoy the most, probably tech house.
Tech house, okay. Favorite music streaming platform?
SoundCloud, just because I could find more underground stuff on SoundCloud.
Hey, we like SoundCloud over here. Yes. Hell yeah. Favorite BPM?
45.
Quick. Special skill?
I don't know. I played baseball for 9 years.
That's tight. Oh yeah. First festival.
First ever festival, Rolling Loud. First rave, Countdown.
Okay. Why was Rolling Loud your first festival?
Just because out of high school, just all the high school homies, that's I guess what we wanted to go to. Just because all I fucked with was like rap at the moment.
All right, nice.
So I just went to that.
Okay. What is your dream festival?
To play?
Yeah.
Probably like Rampage.
Rampage. Yeah. Okay. I think that's one of the places I said as well. Like if I wanted to play as well. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the YouTube videos of Rampage sets. Like,
bro, that's just insane.
Dude, yeah, a lot of dope ass artists got booked to play out there. You know who got booked to play out there? More Kismet. Yes, that's pretty tight. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah,
I think Sweet Tooth too. Also,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, they got a lot of the DPMO.
Yeah, 100%
players out there.
That's just sick. That fucking whole ass venue.
Rampage. Oh yeah. Now our comment answer usually like EDC.
I would say EDC, but I kind of like. I would want to go to something where people actually like fuck with like the specific shit I'm playing. You know,
Oh, I got
that's
you.
more
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I would say that's more like DMB, dubstep, rhythm, shit like that. You know.
Yeah, because that audience, you know for sure, they're there for the dubstep and drum and bass.
Like
So.
EDC per se, like it would be sick as fuck. Don't get me wrong. Like what the fuck. But that was more of a crowd like of just people like walking around, like end up at this stage and like, oh look at like what.
No, you are right. And with Rampage, it's like they know what they want.
Exactly.
And the lineup is full of artists, full of DJs that are gonna give them what they want, which is like pretty much the heavy ass bass. I mean, the sound looks fucking crazy in there. Like the whole visual. Like if you guys have not seen a Rampage set, just go on YouTube and just put Rampage live sets. And there's a bunch of those clips, and like the energy is just
fucking insane. But you could hear the crowd. That shit just goes on. It's just fucking.
Yeah, they'll have mics around like the venue, and they include the crowd noise into it. And you could just it just gives you more of a transparent way of telling people that are not there, like, dude, like this is like the energy.
Yeah, like
this is what we on.
If you could hear the crowd from the mic that's picking up the sound or whatever that's picking up the sound from the CDJs, like just straight from the front, that shit must be loud as
That's
fuck,
a good sign.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
that'd
bro.
be sick.
So you before we started recording, you were telling me that you started production first.
Yeah.
So that was like how old were you? Or like what made you go into like, oh, like I want to start making beats?
What did I seen? I don't know exactly how old I was. I know I was in high school, probably like sophomore year. But I remember specifically seeing a video of Zaytoven and I forget who the other one was. It was another producer, Zaytoven and someone else. And this just in the studio making like some like just like Atlanta's like trap beats. That shit was sick. Like this piano, all the chords, what else was he using? Just all the piano shit he was using. It should just intrigued the fuck out of me. So then I just started looking up like softwares, and I found FL. This was the first thing I stumbled upon.
Oh yeah, so FL gang over here.
So I was like, bet. Downloaded it, free download. Ran the fuck through that free down for like 3 months. Then I just started like getting into just like beats. Pretty much until I was like 19. Until I went to just like that first Riddim show.
All right. What Riddim show was it?
Kozik and Friends.
All right.
It was. Fuck, I don't even know what year it was, but it was this underground ass show. I think it was in like an old trap shop type of thing, because they were selling like joints for like $5 in the corner and shit. I think that show was sick, but it was like underground as fuck. It was like my first ever show. I don't know what the fuck was going on, and like the music was just sick as fuck. And like from a producer standpoint, listening to it just intrigued me, like how the fuck they made this type of music. And from then I just like YouTube, like.
So was there that where you discovered Riddim?
Pretty much. Okay. Because I was already going to raves and shit before that.
And
like a little bit.
Were you messing with the cell right then? Or was it until you got to that show you were like, oh, okay, I'm fucking with this?
Yeah, because when I was going to raves, I didn't know any artists. I was just going just because I liked the energy and shit like that.
All right.
So I'll just end up at a stage, be at this stage, turn up, whatever. I don't know who the fuck was playing. Look at the lineup after the fact and be like, oh, like this is who we saw, this and this. Then I went to that and I was like, all right, like that's when I started kind of getting more into it.
And in this time, this is like you're making beats, but it's like not EDM. It's like hip hop.
Yeah, I'm still
beats.
just making like regular beats and shit.
Okay.
But I'm not even putting anything out. I'm just making them just like, I guess just for me.
All right. That's cool. So like you're doing it more like for like a therapeutic, like, because I hear a lot of stories about when producers are like making music and they make a lot of music and like you hear the music like, oh, dude, this is good. But they don't want to release it. They just want to keep it to themselves. And I was talking with a lot of producers and I'm just always wondering like, shit, well, is this just like some shit like
more of a hobby?
Not necessarily a hobby, but it's like it's like for them, you know, like it's not necessarily, it's just interesting because most musicians and producers that make music, like they're like, oh yeah, I want to release it out. But it's like, it's interesting perspective when I hear other producers be like, oh, like I just like be keeping it to myself, you know, like.
I just feel like I just kept it to myself just because I felt like the beats I was making weren't really that good to put out or to like send to whoever the fuck wanted a beat to rap on or something.
All right.
But I feel like that was just it. But then I don't know, just like listening to them before, like after I found my old laptop, I was like, oh, like these are actually like pretty good. Like I should have sent them to the shit. So I feel like that's what I carry on to now, because I still do that shit like when I'm making like a song or something, and I finish a song, I'm just like there mixing, I'm just listening to this shit over and over again. And, you know, eventually you start just getting tired of it, and you start thinking like this part sounds whack. and you just kind of like at some points you just want to kind of like throw the whole song away. But then you just kind of like step away from it a little bit, come back to it, like, all right, like I'm just tripping, like this shit was fire, like you just need to, like, because you get tired of that. I get tired of like just listening to the same thing over and over again. She gets frustrated.
It won't be like the first time like you come across, you're like, oh dude, hell yeah, we out here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like after you go through an hour of like, you know, back and forth on that 8 bar, 16 bar, you're just like, god damn, like
let me switch it. Yeah, like you switched it up, and you're like, fuck
it's not as exciting like as the first time, you know. Like I've always felt like that too. After a while, you just get annoyed by it. I feel like
like I for sure get a lot of like writer's block, and there's like a fat like probably like 2 months ago, I had like a time where I just like couldn't like not like that I couldn't, but I just kind of like didn't have any like motivation to like put into like the music. So I just like, you know, and I don't want to force myself to make it, because then that's kind of when it becomes like a chore, you know, like, oh, I have to make music. I just kind of want to do it like when it comes naturally.
Okay.
And I feel like that's when I make my best shit. Because like right now, I feel like my like creativity is kind of flowing, and I feel like right now I'm like kind of pumping out more of like I guess my better music.
All right.
And it's just kind of coming naturally, you know. I just kind of like, all right, like, bet, like, let me just go make something. Let me go start something. Let me do this. Rather than just like I don't have any like motivation to do this, or like, you know, I feel it doesn't work right when you force yourself to do something.
I've had sessions where I've noticed some sessions where like I feel like I'm forcing myself to have the shit done by a certain time, for whatever reason, and I feel like I've ran through writer's block a lot more versus a session where it's like I can take my time and there's nothing feeling rushed, and like you said, it's just like a natural pace.
Exactly.
I definitely get a lot more better creative results like with that type of mindset, and like allowing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you have deadlines and shit, like it makes sense, but like sometimes that shit could just like I guess stress you out in a way.
No, yeah, hell yeah, because I how was I talking with? I think I was talking with Robert and Mark last night. We were talking about like how like after a while, you know, like when you're just producing, like you keep on like fucking around with the same part. And it's just kind of like, fuck, like, I got this deadline, it's coming up, and then it stresses you out, bro. Like,
for sure. Or you kind of like lose motivation like that. You're like, fuck, like.
I hear a lot of producers stress out because they get these opportunities, like, to get on like remix EPs, remix albums from like bigger artists, and they're like, dude, like, we have a deadline for like this EP like in a month. Can you do it? And you hear stories where like artists don't make it, they make the deadline and like lose out on opportunity to
like, for sure.
And I could tell it could get stressful. Like maybe you don't want if the remix is not going the way like, you know, because a lot of times you may not know how like you envision like your remix is gonna be, so you just go in there like and you'll figure it out. So it's like I've had stressful moments, like nothing crazy like that, but like to where like I put myself like my own deadlines. So, like,
I mean, you kind of have. I wouldn't say you have to, but like it's always good to kind of set your like. You don't want to spend like months on a fucking song or whatever, you know.
I mean, I like to release music often, at minimum like every month.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Yeah.
Once a month at least. Stay consistent.
I try to do 2 a month. Like honestly, like I try to do 2 a month, but like lately I'm just gonna keep it 1 month and then just kind of try to like give it more time to like promote it and like maybe have it emailed to like some blogs and hopefully get it placed or send it over to like YouTube channels that are willing to promote it. You know. A lot more time to promote that, I think, gives better streaming results
for sure
for the track.
Especially promotion, bigger anticipation. People like see your shit like, oh, like they kind of know already. Friday comes around or whatever the fuck, they already know the song's coming out, so they see it, like, bet, let's click on it for sure. Because I noticed when I just like drop like songs just randomly, it takes longer for like the traction to build up on the song rather than when I had like the whole artwork already done, promoting the artwork, kind of like teasing a little bit, little videos and shit, and the song drops. I feel like the traction for sure comes a lot faster like that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that for sure. Yeah. So when was the transition from you making like hip hop beats and then now going into like this heavy bass rhythm approach?
You said when was it? Or?
Yeah, like when was that transition, or when was like that realization where you were like, you know what, I'm gonna like dive into rhythm, like more of this heavy bass direction, and start making that kind of music? Like when was that realization?
Probably just going to more rhythm shows.
Okay.
It for sure just like intrigued me right away. I feel like it just kind of made producing a little bit like, it kind of just intrigued me more into producing, just because like a rap beat, I'm not saying it's like easy to make a rap beat because like production in general is just like a whole thing, you know? But I feel like there's for sure a lot more into making a dubstep song or whatever from like scratch per se, just synth from scratch, than making like a melody and just putting a drum beat on top of it, you know? Because that's already, like, you already have to do that for the intro, and then you have to make this whole fucking drop, this whole nother like drum pattern, this whole, you know, this whole different shit. Right. And I feel like it just made me dive into producing like in a whole different way. Just a lot more to learn, you know? Okay. Like, I feel like it kind of gets, I feel like that's where I kind of got tired of just making beats, because it was just like melody after melody, different type of shit, different type of sound, just kind of the same thing, you know? I feel like that's when I was just like, all right, like this is just a little bit better. Just funner, I guess. I enjoyed it more.
Yeah, I feel like for producing EDM, there's just a lot more for the producer to do. Yeah. In the production side, because for hip hop, you're producing to get vocals on it too. So
exactly, you have to leave some type of space on it. You know, yeah, you can't make it too complicated.
And for like EDM and especially like rhythm and dubstep, it's a shitload of creativity just percussion, for the producer.
All that shit. Like,
yeah, it gives you more to do, and it's more free, pretty much. And
yeah, a little bit more freedom in your production.
Yeah, definitely.
I for sure feel that. That's for sure. Yeah, I for sure feel that.
It's crazy how I'm fucking with rhythm nowadays, dude. Like I honestly never really liked it. Cause when I first heard it, wasn't really fucking with the status of that current rhythm, which was like around 2016, 2017. Just cause like I've always just been so used to like these like more complex like stuff, trap, future bass. Like future bass was popping up, like with Boombox Cartel, like pushing it. Like that's like on the same time I was like coming across rhythm, and like at the time for me, I was like, dude, this doesn't seem too like it's definitely sounds underground, but I don't know. It just seems like simple for me to kind of groove to.
It's a little simple, yeah.
But like as like the years go by, like I was really, I was seeing like the evolution of rhythm. I'm like, damn, you know what? It's the sound design standard for rhythm is getting better. Like there's producers that are coming out of nowhere, like just making that shit much more exciting.
For sure.
And now it's like 2019, 2020. It's like fuck, like. I love rhythm. I love rhythm. It's like
it's sick. I feel like it has a groove to it that you can just like bounce to, you know.
And that's the thing that I've noticed about rhythm that I didn't understand back then. Like when I first heard it, it's like shit. Well, it's simple, but I'm realizing that there's a flow, there's a groove. Although it's simple, yeah. Like it has like that flow.
It has a certain.
And I think that's what was appealing to rhythm, you know, at the time. And then I started to recognize that more and more as people started like, you know, trying to like, you know, put rhythm like more and more into like more creative standard, you know? Because like I was saying, like when I first discovered it, was like kind of simple. And then like nowadays, like you got producers like Automate, you know, just like killing the game with like that his rhythm style, like very futuristic, and it's just
and a lot of and it's crazy because a lot of people like that, like they start off in like very like minimalistic, just straight up like kind of like OG type of rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
But now like their sounds are getting fucking crazy. Everybody's sound design is getting fucking insane. Like Hole's a different type of sound.
He makes his shit like with the groove though. Like
it's just so crunchy and distorted, but it sounds so clean and like perfect in the mix in some way. Like I don't know if I can get it. It's just he for sure like set a whole different like I guess standard for like the type of sound he has.
Definitely
the sound design. This fucking subs are fucking insane.
I don't think right now anyone could touch him like on that style. Like he has
his own style 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Who are some more of like your favorite rhythm
favorites right now? Artists, yeah. I would say for sure like Small B, Zaydax, a little bit more like underground. Small B, Zaydax was like Hamro, Blood Thinners, Blank Face, fire. That Savage Society show that just passed in LA was fucking fire.
Blank Face is fucking popping, bro. He's putting out hella heat.
Bro, fucking, yeah. Who else? Blanking out.
Is Savage Society, are Blood Thinners part of the Savage Society?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blood Thinners.
Blood Thinners, like Savage Maze.
Yeah, I remember background, like when I was hearing that rhythm stuff, like I was hearing about like this group called Savage Society out in LA. Like they'd always show these like underground rhythm shows at Catch One. Everyone always tell me like, yeah, dude, this shit's like underground. Like they're dropping rhythm shows. And I would hear names like SVG Maze.
Yeah, Savage Maze.
Savage Maze, Blank Face. Hear like Blood Thinners be on the lineup. And I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think I've gone to any of these shows, because I wasn't fucking with that status of rhythm at the time. Yeah. But people would always tell me like, dude, that shit is fucking crazy. Like hella underground, like the shit's raw, like you need to come out. I'm like,
just a different type. It's just a different style, you know.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, bro, like I gotta go see San Holo tonight. Bro. I saw a tweet. Someone said San Holo's music is like the Christian EDM. I was like, I'm done. San Holo.
I'm dead.
Hey, but when I was fucking around with Future Bass, like San Holo was one of my favorite artists too.
I don't think I really got into like that type of
like Future Bass, like type shit.
Yeah, I wasn't really into that. A little too slow.
Okay. What about you, Robert? Like, what's like some of your favorite like genres that you're messing with?
Like,
yeah, like yeah.
True. I'd say I'm fucking with trap, a lot of trap, like hyper bounce trap. I fuck with that heavy. And then the UK bass. I'm fucking with that shit. UK bass is fire right now. Yeah, those are my two main genres that I'm fucking with. But I've been producing a lot of dubstep lately, so I don't know. I'm a little everywhere right now, but low-key Blank Space is fucking killing it out here. Every track he releases is fire.
Blank Space?
Yeah.
Fire.
Don't fire. That your jerk bootleg or whatever he put out.
All those bootlegs are
Riddim
shit. Yeah, that shit's sick. The creativity is fucking sick.
Yeah.
I fuck with that shit.
What's up? Going back to like when you said you were getting back into or you were like going to all these shows now, and now you're starting to DJ like these shows
not
playing Riddim
per sure. No, not do shows per se. It took me a while to actually like get to the point of like I guess finding a connection to do a show. Because for sure, you know how it is out here. It's not how good you are in some way, you know.
How it is. You feel me?
But it for sure it took me a little while to like I guess make friends and I guess just like make friends like as producers or as DJs to get me to the point where like I could get on a show in some way or another. But I was for sure just like a bedroom DJ for sure, just always finding doubles, doing this and that, just trying to get better in my room and shit.
All right.
And yeah, and I feel like when I like started playing shows, well, when I first started playing shows, I don't know what the fuck I was doing because CDJs is a whole nother fucking story compared to the controller I was on. So, but once I got it down, I feel like I was like, for sure, kind of like showing like how long I fucking been practicing this shit, you know?
No, that's pretty tight. And then you're a part of a collective as well, huh?
Yeah.
Underground Entertainment.
Shout out the boys.
Yeah, how'd you get involved with them?
So I first got involved when it was like, this is over a year ago. It was like a whole different like ownership, whole different like management, I guess you could say.
All right.
And at the time, it was a more of a like an event company, just type throwing shows type shit. So that's how like I just got in with them. I guess that's when I got like my opportunity to play shows. Just got hooked up with them. Just started making friends around like just all the boys there.
And what year is this? Like
this is 2020, 2019 time around. And you know, just making friends with everybody, just trying to like just get, you know, just networking, I guess. Got on like 2 shows, got on a couple shows. Couldn't really do much because I had like no practice on CDJs. I had like kind of like no connection on where I could practice with CDJs. So I kind of just had to like wing it, fucking figure it out. And you know, when you're in the fucking club, it's like you can't even see the fucking buttons and shit. My first show, I literally remember putting on my phone and like putting the light because I didn't know what the fuck.
True.
So I did that shit. Then I started getting a couple shows. Then over time, like after a while, just like, you know, some shit happens, whatever, like for whatever reason, they had to like switch management. And from there on, we kind of like just took it from an event company, more of a collective of artists that kind of had the same goal. And just, you know, everybody's just working, producing, but not focused on throwing shows, you know, just like we're just doing our own thing. We get booked, doing like little takeovers for shows here and there. But we're just trying to stay as a collective, mainly as just artists and like kind of stray away from throwing shows, you know? So that's pretty much how it is now.
All right. So it's mostly just priority is just like releasing music.
Yeah, for all of us, yeah. Because before it was a bunch of like, just a bunch of homies and it was just like part of DJs and it was also, I guess, promoters, people that would promote all the shows.
All right.
But then when whatever happened, we just kind of like, I guess all figured it out. Like, all right, we just want to be like a collective. We all have like, we'll figure out who like really wants to like do this shit and who really doesn't. And, we just went from there. Just priority on music for sure. Because for us, I feel like for most of us, the priority is like producing, then DJing. Because, you can't be, if you go to a show and you see a DJ and you really fuck with that DJ, like, oh, this dude's sick, go back home, try and look him up, but he only DJs, he doesn't make any music. It's kind of like, I feel like you kind of like can lose a fan like that.
I like how you brought that up because I feel like when I had that realization, that's when I was making like that transition from DJ to producer. Because I had an epiphany, I think, one show where I was DJing, and at a certain point I was like, dude, like yeah, I'm playing these shows, like people are coming out to see me, but like if I really want to like be my goal is like being a headliner for like major festivals. Exactly. Like most of these cats have original tunes or they got music releases behind them. So
exactly.
At that point I was like, yeah, dude, like for me, like if I want to start playing shows, like I want to actually start having like more of my catalog to be able to like demonstrate like this is like original like art that I'm making. Exactly. And be able to demonstrate that to the set.
When your fans to see you, they know like if you're making music, they know what song you're gonna drop. Say they have a fucking favorite song of yours, you're gonna go fucking crazy when they drop that shit, Yeah,
I can always, and that's the thing too that kind of limits like DJs from having that perspective of like having like something else on their portfolio. When they got that music, like you said, like if they only just got mixes, a lot of people are not mixes people. They want to just hear like releases and tracks.
Yeah, I honestly don't listen to mixes.
Lately, I've been listening to releases more than mixes. When I was younger, honestly, I was fucking around with a lot of mixes.
Really?
Yeah. But because I was always like looking through the track list and shit. So like that's the way I was like looking through music to get to update my playlist and stuff. But like now lately, I'm realizing that I'm only just listening to like track per track, but not like a whole ass mix. And yeah, I just thought it was crazy that, you had brought that up because I had an epiphany like that. I was like, yeah, dude, like once I'd rather just like work on my craft, like work on building a catalog and then worry about like playing on shows.
Yeah.
Because I was that DJ, bro. Like, fuck yeah, put me on the show. I'm down to play. Like, hell yeah. Yes. Fuck it. Yeah. -2 drink tickets. Yes. I owe you 2 drink tickets? Wait, what?
Nah, I feel that. I for sure put producing over DJing. I for sure produce a lot more than I DJ. As far as like in my room, like just practicing, I feel like I get really into DJing or like practicing like my set when like I kind of like confirm the show.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like just go through a fuck ton of new music, just new doubles, new all this and that. But besides that, I'm just like on my laptop, just working.
All right. And going back to Underground Entertainment, like who is it? All of you in that group? Is like 8, 10 of you?
It's a bunch of us. If I name, I might miss people, but we got the boy Bryce, Odd One. You had him on here. The boy Zach, Milkman. We got Isaac, Koopas, Octo, Conspiracy, my British homie.
Wait, Octodub?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Octodub. What's one missing? Scoot. He just played the Savage Society show.
All right, that's tight.
Yeah, he opened for them. That show was fucking sick. Scoot, Infinity, the hardstyle homie. We have like we try to like put some variety in there. The homie like makes hardstyle.
Okay.
He like sings like all his shit, like all his intros, like some like heavy metal shit. Like he sings all that shit.
Oh,
that's just fucking
right.
sick. His production is sick.
I'm about to check it out.
Yeah, underrated.
Is his music out like public too?
Yeah, he makes music for sure. He has collabs with Milkman. We'll see that guy, but he pretty consistent. Underrated as fuck.
Yeah, and we could go through the SoundCloud of Underground Entertainment and just be able to check out all those releases too.
Yeah, the SoundCloud, our website's fucking sick. We have all our upcoming shows, like individually. We have all our like upcoming music. All the music, I'm pretty sure you can access it through there. All that shit. The whole roster. It's just like
what's man, if you could bless us with some info, you feel me? Some intel. Like what's some future projects we might be seeing from the Underground Entertainment fam?
So right now we just announced a couple of days ago. Right now we've been just on a string of just announcements of April 1st. We got a whole compilation, just a bunch of us. Everybody got like just individual original tunes. We got a couple collabs in there just from the boys. We got that on April 1st. And also on April 1st, we're doing a album release party in Costa Mesa. So we just booked the whole place. Have all the boys that are on the fucking EP just playing and shit. Little B2Bs, just just for the fuck of it.
That's hella tight. A release party.
Yeah, that's just gonna be sick.
That's gonna be hella vibe.
So all that shit's up. Pull up, party with us. That's just gonna be fucking sick. We got that. Then we got individual releases. Probably can't announce them right now, but got a couple. Yeah, we're all like just pumping out music. It's gonna be a good year for just all of us, just pumping out music for sure.
Can you say for the EP or the compilations you guys are having? For your track, do you have like an original or is it collab with somebody?
Yeah, it's an original.
Okay. It's a solo original?
Yeah, just solo.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we have like two or 2 or 3 people that are collabing with each other on there.
And it's all within you guys.
Yeah, just all of us, yeah.
Do you guys, is it always just within you guys? Or you guys try to go out and like...
For the most part, yeah, just because we're not trying to be a label, you know?
Okay.
But like we'll for sure like collab with other people.
All right, I was about to say,
like, I
wasn't sure if it was like exclusive. Like,
no, I mean,
just like work with just.
I mean, as far as like releases go on the page, I mean, I don't know how because we haven't had a collab with someone and released it on the page, on the underground page per se. Because I think we only had we had one project before this, and that was just originals from all of us again, you know. But we're just trying to push that, just like us, like at the moment. But we're not like strict to like who can fucking like collab with who or type shit. Or if you have a collab with someone else here outside of whatever another group, you can't release it on this,
Okay.
But for like the compilations, for the most part, we just try to like showcase all the boys, like we're all fucking making something, and it's just gonna be fucking fire. Like we got some fucking tunes on there.
I need to ask, bro. You said April 1st release party.
It's gonna happen.
In Costa Mesa?
Yeah.
All right, no April Fool's joke and shit.
It's gonna happen.
Like, we're gonna pull up. We're gonna be there.
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
You pull up an empty lot.
I was like, why the fuck no one? Oh, April. Oh shit. True.
Nah, yeah. I was telling everybody, I was like, just when you drop the album, just put the fucking, that psych sample on every fucking song. Yeah. So you click on it, just nothing. Nah, but it's gonna happen.
Awesome.
It's gonna drop. It's gonna be sick.
We pull up, empty parking lot and shit. April Fool. Hey, that'd be a good April Fool's joke. Shit, to be honest, like just hella like advertise like you're having a fucking show April 1st and then just like don't even have it. And I'd be fucking
so tickets and everything.
Damn. Hey, don't encourage these promoters, bro. Don't encourage these promoters. Like,
you're like,
yeah, they're already doing it right now, bro. Like I'm sure we probably have like some shady promoters maybe come across the podcast and they're like,
good idea.
Maybe I could. Yeah, they're like, true. We gotta start copywriting our shit. True. But that's what's up, dude. FL Studio making Riddim. Oh yeah, bro. And so is it just gonna be like a thing where it just like releases at the time? Do you guys plan on going back into doing more like events, or it's just like release parties for the time being?
I mean, because we did a show with Stun out in Florida. So they had Blank Space, Squishy, who was it, Jandy, just a couple boys from Florida popping off for sure, doing big things. But they had them out here, and we did kind of like a little takeover at Catch One for the side stage, and we kind of just like still pushed the promotion. Like we were playing the show, we pushed the fuck out of the promotion, did all that, and they had like their people on them stage, we had our people on the side stage. We did that. We just kind of like little takeover and stuff like that. But we don't want to be like just us throwing a full show, booking people, having to book people,
Mm-hmm.
We want to be like a showcase of just all these people that people can go on our page and book all of us, type shit.
I feel it. Well, shit, dude, if I wanted to book you, do you what's up crypto?
I mean, fuck it, bro. Depends on
fuck it. All right, bro. So April 1st in the Metaverse. Yeah, I'm gonna book you. We're gonna get you a gig in the Metaverse.
I'm down, bro. I've been seeing all the fucking. Have you seen the VR DJing and shit?
Yeah,
that's just sick.
I've seen a couple clips, but I'm about to try to get more information on like
that's just,
how that works.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a Oculus and whatever. But
yeah, so I was about to say, so it's just like any type of like VR gear, like Oculus in this example, and then it's like an app. Like through the actual like Oculus, I don't even know how the fuck.
I just see videos of it and people are just fucking like double, fucking triple dropping and shit. You could fucking fuck with the wheel of it, like adjust it.
Oh my god!
It's like literally CDJs in front of you. You could fucking choose your song. You see the waveform right there.
I've seen clips of people just like if they're USB, bro, and I'm like, what the like cue points and shit too.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally the
fucking
same
people
shit.
Are pressing this shit like.
Yeah. Oh my
crazy,
god,
bro.
that shit is wild, dude. That'd be hella tight, bro. Imagine just playing in the Metaverse every week, bro. You're just in your room, fucking just Damn, son.
Someone goes in your fucking room, you're just right there with fucking glasses going fucking nuts.
Fuck yeah. And like,
that should be sick, bro.
Yeah.
And you can fucking put that shit on the TV and like show people what you see.
Yeah.
That shit looks crazy.
Fuck, dude. I might have to get an Oculus, bro. You know, start setting up a Lose the Temple podcast, like during, like, you know, somewhere in the metaverse. That'd be hella tight. Yeah, like I'm sure there'll be like metaverse lobbies where, you know, people, whoever's hosting that lobby, they'll be able to like put a screen and like whatever they want to put, whatever, you know, either it's music or a video. Like, that's gonna be pretty interesting, you know, pretty tight. It's kind of like my experience when during pandemic, I was going through VR chat.
Okay.
And there's like a bunch of worlds you could join, and a lot. It's like a user. It's like they have a really cool like user community base. And they make
like what people like walking around and shit.
Yeah, you get your own little avatar, but you can create your own worlds. And there's a bunch of clubs that you can go to these worlds, and like you can mess around with like CDJs and shit. Like
that shit's crazy,
bro. You could be at the Peach's Castle from Super Mario 64, hanging out with your VR buddies. Or fuck it, let's hit up the nightclub, and then you can just go to Tokyo, like nightclub.
One door.
And, yeah, and you could put a link. Like I'll tell you, put a YouTube link. And then you can put a YouTube link and I'll show like the visuals for that. And like it'll be like a club and shit.
Turn it up.
Yeah, bro. It'll be like 60 people in the room, and you can just go up there and like fucking maybe just like if you have like a YouTube set, just like throw your YouTube set in there, and then fucking people are fucking with it. Honestly, that's how that's like one way I was like trying to get like my name out there more, because like during like Corona, I was like, fuck, dude, like there's no live shows, so
yeah,
and like everyone's kind of like staying home, kind of, you know, it's like that paranoid stage, like fuck it, we're just like play safe.
That would be sick.
Yeah, we'll play safe, and I mean, for me, I was just like on VR chat, and I thought that's pretty cool. And now that I'm hearing about like, you know, the metaverse, like using the Oculus goggles, I'm just like, fuck, dude, like it's like technology is getting fucking ridiculous nowadays, bro.
That's just getting crazy, bro. Whole different world, and just like that.
Excision Metaverse concert, dude. Like so many, dude. Like fuck, dude. Yeah, there's so much fucking opportunities. Underground Entertainment Metaverse events or Metaverse release parties.
That should be sick as fuck.
Writing sessions. You guys just put your goggles. You guys are just fucking producing like in VR. That'd be hella tight.
That'd be sick as fuck too.
That
should be dope.
It's already public, right? You could just start going in there. Like it's public, right? Like you don't need like some type of special access. Like anyone could just start.
It's like a metaverse type.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because I haven't looked into it.
There's like multiple, isn't there?
Yeah. People.
I don't get it.
You could get courtside seats at NBA games in the metaverse. They have that shit already.
I think I seen like a TikTok of someone saying like they have to clock into their subway job in the metaverse for 8 hours, 8 real hours.
A subway, bro.
But how does that work? Like
that's not already automated. Like what the fuck?
No, like they pulled up and it was like it's a subway, bro. It literally looked like the whole fucking counter, the meat counter. You pick whatever the fuck you want.
That's crazy.
Bread behind you and shit.
Way, bro.
And you get paid in. I think you get paid in Ethereum.
Get paid in Ethereum?
But they like calculated how much it was, and it was like way below minimum wage.
Oh hell no!
But like, I mean, yeah,
I don't understand.
Bro.
Oh, where do you work at? The metaverse? Like, imagine you're going on a date. Oh, so what do you do? Where do you working? Oh, I work at the metaverse.
Like, all right, then.
How's that sound?
Like, all right, babe, I gotta go clock in. Just fucking put your fucking Oculus.
Dude, we're already seeing that. We're already fucking seeing that shit. I'm just hoping that we don't touch base with reality though. Hopefully, I mean, it's looking like it's gonna be some shit where like you're trying to make it where like you're actually like invested in this shit like every day. Like,
I mean, I feel like people would lose their fucking mind.
I don't know.
Imagine. So you say you live in this like 9-to-5 job, whatever, you know, this basic, I guess, normal job. You go home, do the same thing every day, but then when you come home, you in the metaverse and you this rich ass billionaire with this big ass house, cars, parties all the time. But then at night, it's face reality, you know? And I feel like some people for sure lose their shit.
That's hella interesting, bro. Like,
I always thought about ever since I seen like all this virtual reality shit, and once like you could do shit that you could do out here, I was like, yeah, people are gonna lose their shit.
Fuck, you know what I'm thinking about it? Because maybe like your reality may not be like the best as how maybe your reality is in the metaverse.
Exactly.
Like, you're probably fucking like popping off in the metaverse, and then like you take off the goggles, like fuck, man, I gotta go in at 8, fucking go to work now, like work for someone else, and then you're in the metaverse, you're just like
this fucking boss got all this money and shit.
I used to have friends like that where like I'll be in school, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm getting good grades, and my friend would be like, well, fuck that shit, bro, I got 10 million in GTA 4, homie, like I'm popping and shit. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. Like that was their metaverse, GTA Online and shit.
Yeah. Well, then that GTA roleplay shit that's going on right now, that shit looks fun. Have you seen it?
What not? You know what? I was at a family party earlier. I was talking to my little cousin. I was talking to him about like how what he's been playing with, because he's a PC gamer, and he's like, yeah, I've been playing GTA roleplay. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, yeah, bro, like pretty much like you're like role playing in GTA, like you can like be a certain role, and like you just have to just like act that out. And he's like, and I'm like, what do you typically put your role as? He's like, I'm a game banger.
everybody is,
and he doesn't, and that's so he's not playing around. That's actual role.
Yeah,
okay.
And like in the game, everybody fucking bangs in GTA. Everybody just go around.
It was so funny because you look at him, he's not a game banger. Like,
bro, I always find these fucking TikTok pages of like just GTA roleplay. And it's always these fucking kids. Like you could tell it's like these little ass kids like pulling up with guns. And
he's like 12. Yeah, my cousin's like 12.
They pull up in these fucking sick ass cars in GTA and shit. They pull up drive-bys and shit, talking shit. Cause like the way it works I'm pretty sure like when you pass by someone, it works like the sound. Like when they're talking, when you're far away, you kind of hear a little bit. When you get closer, you hear more and more. So it's like real life, and people like act that shit out. And that's just funny. And you can get like banned and shit, I think, from like not role playing in the game how you're supposed to.
Oh, real shit?
Yeah, like if you just go around and start fucking shooting and murking people and just like for no reason, they could just like ban it. Yeah, there's like mods and shit.
Ah, okay. So there's someone like looking over everything.
Yeah,
and they're like, bro, play a role. Serve me the nuggets. You feel me? Like
exactly. There's like cops that will pull you over if you're like speeding. Bro, like dead ass. Like people like there's like videos of just people in their cop car just literally sitting in GTA in their cop car, like in the first person mode with the fucking speedometer right there. And then people pass by like, oh, what the fuck? They take sirens, bro, and they pull them over. And then fucking dude in the car just takes on a pursuit, starts shooting them out and shit.
Bro, they're just training people for the metaverse. That's what they're doing. Training people for the metaverse.
That shit looks fun, bro. I want to get a PC just for that. That shit looks fun as fuck. People pull up, like rival gangs and shit, pull up on each other. You just start shooting each other. Then like right there, you're like actually role playing, so it doesn't matter if you kill each other.
True.
Imagine banging your set in the metaverse. Like, don't come around these meta parts, fam.
Bro, it's fucking funny because they walk around in GTA and you customize your character. Everybody has a fucking bandana hanging. Like a green bandana or some shit.
Shit. But you're into that? Like, yes, or you? What's your role?
I don't play that shit. All right. I don't have a PC.
They don't got an EDM producer role? No, nothing like that.
I don't have a PC, but I mean, I would play that shit.
Oh, I got you. Damn, that's funny. But speaking on video games, though, I'm liking that there's a lot more resources now for like artists, musicians to be able to like have their music like into these video games. Because I know like, people have been mentioning, Robert's mentioned like United Masters, like they have like the association with like the NBA 2K games.
I was gonna say, yeah, bro, Madden. I think like I don't know who told me that. I think it was like Alice in Wonderland. I was talking about it with someone that like Alice in Wonderland got like on a Madden fucking lineup, like her track list, and fuck, I don't know how much it was, bro, but the check was fucking fat.
Okay.
And I think it just like keeps coming.
You know what I think is gonna be pretty cool with this whole like Epic Games, like the publisher of like Fortnite and Rocket League, that they bought out Bandcamp. So
I seen that. I didn't read the whole thing, but I seen it.
Yeah. So what Robert and I were talking about, like potentially what could be happening is that, with this buyout and them like kind of like being associated, we might be able to see artists that like put their music in that platform, Bandcamp. They might even have more opportunities to get that music not only hosted on that website, but potentially get them landed in like Epic Games, IPs, whether it's like Fortnite or Rocket League. Like, I think that's something that I'm hoping it really does go through. That way, it's more innovating for the website. Artists and creators have more opportunities because it's always been like an artist driven
I feel like
website
for sure, and I feel like that's why people would have mixed emotions on them buying it out because it was a very artist-driven website, and now you could argue that it's a very corporate-driven website.
Yeah, and I guess like when both parties were talking, I guess they're gonna just continue with like strengthening that vision where like it's a platform where fans can directly support the artist and where it's all about like direct support for the artist, and that's what they were saying, and they're keeping Bandcamp Fridays, and what that is, for those who don't know, is pretty much every other day. I guess I'm not familiar. I haven't really gone on the platform, but I guess you have to pay fees for Bandcamp, like there's that price for the track from the artist you want to buy, and then there's like the Bandcamp fee. But I guess on Bandcamp Fridays,
there's no fee.
There's no fee. So that's the day that Bandcamp sees more visitors because people are just buying music, and they say that they're keeping that.
I feel like if they keep the way it's going right now, because I don't really use Bandcamp unless I'm buying music from someone, and I feel like I see it within a lot of like younger and more like DJ or like producers that are like, I would say like overseas. I see a lot like within like Argentina producers and shit. I see a lot like when their EPs drop, because at Bandcamp you could release it for free pretty much, but it gives you the option when you're downloading it for free if you want to donate to the artist. And if you really fuck with someone, I fuck with someone to the point where I was like, all right, this is like a free download. You technically have to pay that 50 cents because it doesn't let you put like zero, but like I'm pretty sure that's what's going to the fucking fees. But I've been on an EP that I really fucked with from like Argentina. I forgot who it was, but that I like put like, I think it was like $5 when it was like a free EP, because like, you know, like I fuck with the artist and there's like the option there to like actually like donate to them. Like, you know, why not? Like, you know, I feel like that if they keep doing that, like just the artist driven thing, just to keep it how it is, but just kind of on a bigger scale and like just make it better, I guess, for the artist putting their music on there. I mean, it should be fine. I don't see why it's a bad idea, you know? Yeah,
it'll be pretty cool to, again, just hopefully that comes true, you know, give that option for artists.
Bigger opportunities.
More opportunities to be able to, you know, put their music in different platforms. So, you know, I feel like not many people know where to go to for like music placements for video games, syncing opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it's a whole nother world.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world. Like, and there's websites that host like a bunch of these like postings, like, oh, this particular video company is looking for like this type of track. Like, what was the website I was using? Song Trader. So Song Trader is a website where like, yeah, you pay a fee, like it's like $40, but you get access to all these like gigs where a lot of these companies are looking for music, sometimes for a video game or for like an app on an iPhone. Like, and it tells you how much you're getting paid, or like,
that's big. They make big money right there. You can make a lot of fucking money like that.
Dude, I don't know if I told you this, Robert. Maybe I don't know. I forgot to share this, but like I almost landed a $4,000 placement for like this like indie film.
But yeah,
with a track. Like I got to the last, like they have stages. They have like the reviewing stage. They go through all the submissions, and then they have like the second stage, pretty much kind of like trimming it out. Then they got the final stage where they probably have like 3, and then I didn't get it. I didn't get the placement, but I just thought it was crazy because like I wouldn't per se at that time. This like, or right now, dude, I don't consider myself like a big artist at the moment, you know, compared to a lot of these artists, or even outside of EDM. You feel me? Like, you know, people like, you know, Katy Perry, you know, obviously like they have a lot more access to get into like these platforms. Sure. But I thought it was real cool that just someone like myself who's not on that status has the opportunity to be able to be like submitting music to these companies that could get your music on maybe a video game or a movie. Because you'd be surprised, like your music can get you some payouts for sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you look up the credits of like all these movies and all these shows and like video games and shit, the people that are making the sounds for, I'm pretty sure the people you never heard of. Yeah. Just people that do this as a day job, and like that's literally they don't want, I guess, the fame of like the music they're making or whatever, you know.
Yeah, okay.
They just do it and they
just trying to get that money, you feel me?
Pay the fuck out for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And once you start like landing shit like that, I'm pretty sure the opportunity is just like you already have to hook up like for people, you know. Kind of like a personal email type of thing. You can just send them stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's for sure a lot of money on that. A lot.
Oh yeah, bro. You ready for our next segment, bro? Called EDM Confessions.
What is it? Let's do it.
Why is it funny?
It just sounded funny.
EDM Confessions, true. Nah, it's nothing too crazy, bro. It's like it's a little like card game we got here. Okay. Kind of like our version of Cards Against Humanity. Okay. Kind of put you on like different scenarios. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You'll even ask me a couple questions. Okay. And so it's like a back and forth game. Like we'll be able to like learn more about like our experiences, or like more of a deeper dive on our personalities for like dance music. So
let's do it.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, let's see what kind of cards we got.